There are 5 types of women that belong to the streets and do not deserve true love. No matter how much you love them, you will always get hurt at the end of the day. If you watch this video with an open mind, you will save yourself from a lot of heartbreaks. Number 1. Women with fallen breasts and wide contours belongs to the street. There's a difference between a tear rubber Mercedes-Benz and overused car. When you meet an overused car, you will know that the car has been through a lot. You will know that the car has experienced so many drivers. And some of those drivers were so rough and wicked. You will notice that the body of the car has been recklessly used and is now worn out and has no second-hand value. Such cars belongs to the street, not a garage. This point is not talking about cars. May God give you understanding in Jesus' name. Amen. Number 2. Women that deny their relationships belongs to the street. Imagine dating a lady, doing everything possible to make her feel love, spending so much on her, only for you to discover that she's telling a new guy that she's single and searching. How will you feel? Most women are not loyal to one man. This is why I pity guys that go all out spending so much on ladies in the name of relationship. If you love a lady and want to spend so much on her, it's only wise to marry her first. First, before doing all those spending. These women will always act single ones that meet a rich, handsome guy. Women who deny their relationships do not deserve true love. They belong to the street. One of the tests your girlfriend must pass before taking things serious with her is the test of loyalty. Any lady who is not willing to stay loyal with you, any lady who is not willing to say no to other guys, any lady that is too cheap to get by other guys, does not deserve true love. She belongs to the street. Number 3. A materialistic woman belongs to the street. The problem with materialistic women is not necessarily the material things and expensive lifestyles they want to live. The problem is usually the greed behind it. It is usually the competition and the readiness to do the unthinkable just to get their way towards whatever they want. If a woman is moved by material things, she's definitely going to fall for anyone who is willing to give her those material things without minding what she has to lose in the process. Once you notice incontentment, greed and competition in a woman, just know she belongs to the street. If you fall in love with such a woman, no matter what you do for her, the day she meets a richer guy, she will dump you. Women that are cheap and desperate belongs to the street. You just met a lady and asked her for her number and boom, she gives you. You asked her to come over and she traveled all the way from her house to yours. And is even willing to pass the night with you? Funny enough, you went down with her on your first date and you think that's normal. That's a street girl. No sensible, well-brought-up lady will just give her number to any random guy she meets. No well-behaved lady will just pack her bags and travel a distance to see a man she met on social media. No well-trained woman will go down with a guy she just met on the first date. Funny enough, she's doing it without protection, and you think you are safe? Believe me, she was not like that before. Probably she used to be the resistant type. I'm sure the first 3 guys that went down with her had to pull up some pressure to get her into it. But right now, she's used to it. You can't tell me this is her first time of going down with a guy she's just meeting for the first time. She's now used to it. That's why she can't resist much. A woman as cheap and desperate like this belongs to the street. If you got her cheap, what makes you think others won't get her cheap like you did? Number 5. Women that date married men belongs to the street. Any woman that can confidently date a married man and sleeps with him is not normal. If she has ever dated a married man before, just forget loyalty. It will be so difficult for her to be loyal. No sensible or well-trained lady will date a married man. That a man is married is enough reason for a responsible woman to walk away. Only street girls date married men. Have you ever dated a street girl before? Tell us in the comment section. What was your experience if you are not following me? If you don't wake up, if you keep simping, if you keep chasing single mothers and used-up women, you will continue to be useless, broke, drained, and disrespected. Subscribe to Brave Minds now. Because if you don't, women will continue to play you, single mothers will continue to drain you, and your life will be nothing but a never-ending clown show. Every day you're not subscribed, you're a step clown in training. So, hit that subscribe button, or keep getting finessed, stepped on, and used like a disposable ATM. Brave minds is the cure. Weak men will perish. The choice is yours. Someone is making $100,000 a month doing what you're scared to start. Let that sink in. 10 ways to make more money than you spend. 1. Understand your business. Like a sniper. Every business you're in, I don't care if it's selling eggs or fixing shoes, has the potential to become a $1 million empire. Someone out there is printing money doing what you're dabbling in. The difference? They treat it like war. You treat it like a hobby. Study the market. Dominate your niche. Outwork and outthink everyone. If you're not scaling, you're stalling. 2. Monetize your skill set. Like a weapon. Can you cook, clean, design, fix things? Good. That's not a hobby. It's a money machine. Charge little. Deliver like a beast. Use social media to hit 100 times more people. Broke men binge Netflix. Wealthy men market themselves like hell. 3. Stop waiting for a miracle. Start with $10. You're waiting for capital? Wake up. Nobody is coming to save you. You don't need $10,000. You need discipline, Wi-Fi, and a phone with data. Kings build kingdoms with scraps. Excuses are for peasants. 4. Sell your scars. Sell your story. You've been through hell. So why aren't you packaging it into value? Coach. Teach. Mentor. Sell your experience. In the right hands, your pain becomes a paycheck. 5. Learn a skill that pays you daily. The internet is the new university, except it prints money instead of degrees. Pick a high-income skill and lock in. Graphic design, copywriting, video editing, social media management, artificial intelligence prompt engineering. 30 minutes daily equals 1 new income stream in 90 days. Lazy men scroll, smart men study. 6. Use nights and weekends. Like a savage. Every hour you waste is a brick missing from your empire. 1 focused hour a day can become your escape plan from a 9-to-5 prison. Movies won't pay your rent. Hustle will. 7. Upgrade your circle or die broke. If your crew talks about parties, girls, or gossip, congrats, you're in a loser's club. Find men who talk assets, income, growth, and freedom. Your network is your net worth. Cliché, but nuclear level true. 8. Audit every dollar like a killer. You think you're broke? Number. You're financially illiterate. Track your income. Track your leaks. Know every cent like your life depends on it. Because it does. 9. Seal. Every financial leak. No mercy subscriptions, junk food, mindless spending. Kill it. Plug every hole. Protect your income like it's sacred, because it is. Broke isn't about how much you make. It's how fast it leaks. 10. Destroy the consumer mindset. Become a producer. Most people consume all day. Content, junk, dopamine, entertainment. Winners produce value, products, solutions, content, offers. If you're not producing, you're just a customer in someone else's kingdom. Bonus. You want to escape poverty? Burn the old you. Stop thinking like a victim. Stop crying for help. You want wealth? Earn it. You want freedom? Fight for it. You want power? Build it. I wrote a brutal no BS guide called The Hustler's Mindset. And yes, it costs. Because free game doesn't make beasts. Inbox me the word THM and I'll send it to you. Only for the hungry, the angry, the ones who are done playing small. If you're still broke in 6 months, it better be because you're bleeding from the effort, not because you were scared to begin. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. A woman can leave you because you don't have a job. The same woman can also leave you because you're too busy with your job. This is the game, a rigged carnival of illusions, smoke and mirrors. You lose. If you try to please her, you lose. If you ignore her, she'll punish you for loving too softly and hate you for loving too hard. She doesn't want stability. She wants emotional warfare, explosions, fireworks, the constant high of the chase. One day, you're her king. The next day, she'll crucify you like a stranger. It's not about love. It's not about logic. It's about who holds the psychological sword. She'll manufacture chaos just to see you bleed emotionally, then call it passion. She'll shatter peace, then blame you for not fixing the pieces. The game isn't broken. It was designed this way. No rules, no mercy, no fair endings. Master yourself, or be castrated spiritually. Lead, or be manipulated. Dominate, or be devoured. You are either the storm, or you are swept away in it. Get the Sigma code book now. Because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content? Then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. They taught you how to save pennies. I'll teach you how to print thousands. Here is what nobody tells you about saving money. 1. Saving money is harder when you are poor, and that's not your fault. It's not that you're undisciplined, it's that your income is too low. You can't save what doesn't exist. So the problem isn't just saving, it's earning more. That's your first WAR. Poverty is a trap. You don't escape it with budgeting apps. You escape it with aggression, hunger, and financial obsession. 2. You don't save money by cutting out just small expenses. The little expenses aren't the problem, it's the big ones. Rent, lifestyle, loans, habits. But here's the part they don't say. If your life is draining you dry, you have to become a different person. Not just a smarter spender, a savage income hunter. Chase high-income skills. Ruthlessly eliminate liabilities. Become the storm. 3. Most people save what's left after spending, and that's why they never save. Flip it. Save first. Spend what's left. This ain't just financial advice. This is psychological warfare. Your future self is dying for oxygen because your current self keeps wasting air. Starve your distractions. Feed your goals. 4. If your money isn't going into a separate account, it's not really saved. Out of sight equals out of mind. Build financial walls. Don't just hide your money. Lock it behind dragons and firewalls. Make it damn near impossible to touch. Because the broke version of you is addicted to sabotage. Protect your wealth from your weaker self. 5. Saving money won't make you rich, but it will buy you freedom. Savings won't build wealth, but it buys you leverage, breathing room, optionality, so you can take risks, build businesses, or survive the unexpected. Savings is your bulletproof vest. Investing is your weapon. 6. If you don't set a goal for your savings, you will spend it anyhow. Saving just in case is fine, but it's stronger with a mission. Emergency fund, business capital. Travel investments, money without a mission, becomes wasted potential. 7. You don't need to start big, you just need to start. Even $5 a day adds up. But this is bigger than coins. This is discipline, identity, war strategy. The habit matters more than the amount. Build the mindset first. The money follows. 8. Bonus. Saving isn't the final step. It's the first. Save, then invest, then grow, then multiply, then dominate. That's how you break the system. That's how you destroy poverty. That's how you go from paycheck to paycheck to owning everything around you. 9. Extra nuclear. Poverty is not just a financial condition, it's a mental prison. And nobody is coming to save you. Not the government, not your boss, not your friends. The revolution starts with you. Wake up. Study money like your life depends on it. Because it does. Stack cash, cut nonsense, get assets, get angry, get free. Want to learn how to move from saving to building ruthless wealth? I wrote a simple, savage book called The Hustler's Mindset, and I'm giving it out with a cost. Inbox me the word THM, and I will send it to you. This is for the hungry only. Start your journey the right way. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. Are you struggling with addiction? Most guys are. Addicted to bad habits. Whether it's video games, thing, or using drugs, they just can't stop. But the worst part? They never admit it. Instead, they cope. They rationalize. Thing is healthy, bro. You should try it, or else you'll get testicular cancer. Video games are good, bro. They improve concentration and teamwork. Pathetic. This is spiritual castration masquerading as modern advice. The best men don't lie to themselves. They are brutally honest. They admit their weaknesses and confront the shadows within. Because that's where the war begins, not outside, but inside. Addiction is not just a bad habit, it's spiritual bondage. Maybe you've tried breaking your addictions. You've listened to all the soft advice out there, but you keep relapsing. Why? Because most advice is designed for NPCs. It sounds good on paper, but it doesn't work in the real war zone. This video? This is the only one you'll need. We're not giving you band-aids. We're handing you swords. We will go over 5 nuclear ways to obliterate any addiction. This isn't therapy. This is soul surgery. Number 1. Cultivate hatred. Most people will tell you to distract yourself, to slowly quit, to follow a morning routine. That's like throwing pebbles at a dragon. You need fire. You need holy rage. Not just discipline, destruction. The first step to breaking addiction isn't to avoid it. It's to hate it. Deeply, spiritually, viscerally. The people who give you robotic advice don't understand this. Addiction is emotional. It is ancient. It is demonic. Loneliness, boredom, rejection, shame. These are gateways, and demons walk through them. We don't choose to be addicted. We choose to deny our pain. And so the chains get tighter. No one will tell you this, but the nuclear weapon against addiction is hatred. The same way Christ flipped tables in the temple, there are moments when righteous wrath is the most holy thing you can embody. Write down every vile consequence your addiction brings. Write down how it steals your masculinity, how it makes you a weak father, how it murders your dopamine and leaves you hollow. Go darker. Go into hell if you must, because that's where your enemy lives. When you program your subconscious to see your addiction as the enemy, your mind begins to revolt. Even when temptation sneaks up behind you, your soul fights back automatically. But listen, every addiction has a spiritual root. Thing, often tied to loneliness. Gambling, usually greed. Alcohol, emotional escape. Hatred is the first nuke you launch. But if you don't find the demon behind the door, you'll trade one addiction for another. Number 2, purpose. When a man lacks purpose, he doesn't become neutral, he decays. And that rot smells like addiction. He'll finger scroll, fap, drink, play meaningless games. Not because he's weak, but because his spirit is unfocused. Purpose is divine armor. You think Elon Musk is jerking off 5 times a day? You think a UFC fighter aiming for the title is playing Fortnite until 3 a.m.? Purpose makes pleasure look pathetic. When your soul is called by a mission, you physically reject anything that slows you down. But I didn't put purpose at number 1 for a reason. It's easier to cultivate hatred than to find your life mission. Purpose takes time, revelation, and stillness. But once you find it, it's nuclear. Number 3. Do nothing. Yes, do absolutely nothing. We are trained to chase pleasure or productivity. Always scrolling, always doing. But stillness is where you find strength. I'm not talking about sleeping in bed or watching YouTube. I mean deliberate silence. Just sit. Feel the discomfort. Let it punch you in the face. Because boredom is the door most men walk through into addiction. Train yourself to do nothing, and you remove addiction's favorite hiding spot. And guess what? When you sit in stillness, that's where your purpose whispers to you. That's where you feel God's voice. The burning bush didn't speak while Moses was scrolling. He was alone on the mountain. Number 4. Fight dirty. Willpower, that's your last resort. Willpower is a wet match in a hurricane. You don't fight temptation fair. You sabotage it. You assassinate it. Stop hanging with the stoners. Don't take your phone to bed. Unplug the internet. Burn the bridge to temptation. You must create a battlefield where the enemy can't even pick up a sword. This is what it means to be a strategist. You don't fight addiction with honor. You fight it with intelligence. Starve the enemy before it even shows up. Make your environment a fortress. You don't bring chocolate into a fat man's house. Why bring temptation into yours? Number 5. Move. Motion is spiritual warfare. A still body invites depression. A lazy body welcomes addiction. But movement is divine. David danced before the Lord. Jesus walked miles to heal one man. You can't fap while doing burpees. You can't light a joint mid-sprint. You can't binge porn in the middle of a deadlift. Movement releases endorphins, clears the mind, and smashes the fog. Your body was built to move, and movement flushes the poison out. If you want to level up your life, start by breaking your chains. Chains of fing, chains of porn, chains of drugs, chains of comfort, because your mission won't wait, and your potential is being held hostage. Use hate. Find purpose. Embrace stillness. Sabotage temptation. And move like your soul depends on it. Because it does. This isn't motivation. This is war. Hit like, subscribe. Join the army of men who are done being slaves. Until next time, stay sharp, stay spiritual, stay nuclear. Get the Sigma Code book now. Because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content? Then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron. And smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putin. There is no good woman who is unmarried after 30 years. If she was a good woman, they would have picked her and married her before she turned 30. Because righteous men don't pass up on queens. If she remains unclaimed past that age, it's not because she's hidden treasure. It's because she's been sifted, tested, and passed over. A high-value man, a true king, sees the spirit before the flesh, and no king chooses a vessel that's already been poured into by many hands. In the red pill realm, truth burns like fire. A woman past 30 unmarried is often carrying the residue of broken choices, ego-fed delusions, and rebellion against her natural design. This isn't hate. This is reality, baptized in cold logic. She had her 20s to lock in loyalty, femininity, and family. If she spent it chasing thrills, careers, or rejecting good men, then 30 is the judgment hour, the silent verdict. Mystically, she has missed the divine alignment. Biblically, Proverbs 31 speaks of a woman of virtue, not of delay. A good woman is found, not waiting because she hasn't met the right one. No, a good man, divinely led, would have seen her glow and taken her in obedience to God's timing. If no man claimed her by 30, perhaps it's because heaven did not endorse her spirit. This is not misogyny. This is spiritual diagnosis, a nuclear truth. And the modern world can't handle that kind of heat. But the righteous remnant will see clearly. She wasn't overlooked. She was exposed. Brave Minds is stepping up the game. We're launching our official website, www.bravemindsnow.com, a digital stronghold of unapologetic truth, masculine mindset, spiritual warfare tactics, and real red pill wisdom. This isn't for the weak. This is for the chosen. Because we refuse to let this community die under the attack of the fake auntie mob and the simp reporting brigade. They keep mass reporting our pages because they fear truth. They fear awakening. They fear men who think. But the Lion of Judah never backs down. This website will be our ark in the flood of lies. This is our war cry. No bullshit. No apologies. No submission. Visit www.bravemindsnow.com and subscribe for premium content that will never be watered down. And follow our backup page immediately, because the battle is real and they're coming for anything that threatens their delusion. Truth is not comfortable, it's confrontational, and it's time to fight back. Don't let your crown fall for a kiss from a snake. Get the Sigma Code book now, because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content. Then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. Single women are recruiting other women to stay single and be miserable together. This is not just a social trend, it's a spiritual war. A 30-plus woman, already consumed by bitterness and rebellion, will unashamedly influence a 23-year-old woman to hate men, relationships, and family, dragging her into the same empty cycle of vanity, wine nights, and cold apartments. This is the rise of the fake rich auntie cult, loud, lonely, and full of lies. They flash designer bags but can't afford peace. They preach independence while crying in silence. These women have become foot soldiers for the enemy, willingly or blindly pushing an anti-masculine, anti-family agenda rooted in modern sorcery and deception. In the book of Isaiah, it says, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil." And that's exactly what's happening. This is the modern Jezebel spirit resurrected, seductive, manipulative, and destructive. The red pill is not just truth, it's deliverance. Brave Minds is stepping up the game. We're launching our official website, www.bravemindsnow.com, a digital stronghold of unapologetic truth, masculine mindset, spiritual warfare tactics, and real red pill wisdom. This isn't for the weak. This is for the chosen. Because we refuse to let this community die under the attack of the fake auntie mob and the simp reporting brigade. They keep mass reporting our pages because they fear truth. They fear awakening. They fear men who think. But the Lion of Judah never backs down. This website will be our ark in the flood of lies. This is our war cry. No bullshit, no apologies, no submission. Visit www.bravemindsnow.com and subscribe for premium content that will never be watered down. And follow our backup page immediately, because the battle is real, and they're coming for anything that threatens their delusion. Truth is not comfortable, it's confrontational, and it's time to fight back. Women cheat on billionaires. They cheat on celebrities. They even cheat on ripped, handsome men with everything going for them. The hard truth? No amount of money, muscles, or fame can keep a woman who doesn't want to be kept. Because if her soul isn't loyal, her body never will be. Even in the Bible, Samson was the strongest man alive, yet Delilah still betrayed him. Solomon had wisdom and wealth beyond comprehension, yet foreign women led his heart astray. This isn't new, it's ancient, timeless, spiritual. In this fallen world, desire without discernment is destruction. Lust without logic is a trap. Charm is deceitful. Beauty is fleeting. But a woman who fears the Lord is rare, far more valuable than rubies. So stop choosing with your emotions. Start choosing with logic. Start choosing with spiritual vision. Because the devil wears perfume, curves, and a seductive smile. This isn't just dating advice, it's spiritual warfare. Red pill isn't hate, it's revelation. It's time to wake up, harden up, and lead with truth, not thirst. Get the Sigma code book now, because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content, then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized.
What if I told you that just 3 simple words could completely change the way people see you, respect you, and even obey you? Sounds crazy, right? But psychology has proven that certain words trigger deep emotional and subconscious responses, ones that instantly shift power in your favor. Today, I'll reveal the 3 words that can make people respect you, admire you, or even fear losing you. But make sure you watch till the end, because the last one is the most powerful. These words are not just phrases, they are psychological tools that can reshape your reality and the way people treat you. If you've ever felt like people don't take you seriously, don't respect your boundaries, or don't value your time, then what you're about to learn will be a complete game changer. Words shape reality. They dictate how people perceive you, how they react to you, and even how much value they assign to you. Most people speak without thinking, throwing away their power with weak, meaningless words. They engage in conversations carelessly, never realizing that their words are a reflection of their mindset and authority. But if you learn to use language strategically, you can control the narrative of any interaction. And today, you're about to discover 3 carefully selected words that will completely transform how people treat you. Before we begin, understand this: every powerful leader, influencer, and negotiator understands the power of words. They don't just talk, they communicate with purpose and precision. They carefully select their words to evoke respect, trust, and authority. And once you master the words I'm about to reveal, you'll notice an instant shift in how people respond to you. Whether it's in your workplace, your relationships, or even in casual conversations, people will start treating you with more respect, admiration, and even caution. Most people beg for respect. They say things like, "Please don't do this," or "I wish you wouldn't talk to me like that." These phrases sound weak, submissive, and uncertain. They imply that the person speaking is seeking approval rather than asserting authority. Instead, when you say, "I don't tolerate," you are making a bold declaration of your standards. You're not asking for respect, you're demanding it. Think about how powerful people speak. They don't ask for permission to be respected. They set clear, non-negotiable boundaries. And when you use this phrase, you send a direct message. You will not tolerate behavior that disrespects you. You stand firm in your principles, and people will quickly realize that you are not someone to be taken lightly. You command authority not by raising your voice, but by the conviction behind your words. Example: imagine someone is speaking to you disrespectfully. Instead of saying, "Can you stop that?" which sounds weak and passive, you simply say, "I don't tolerate disrespect." It's short, firm, and leaves no room for argument. People instantly take you more seriously because they see you as someone who commands respect rather than seeks approval. Now, let's say someone keeps crossing your boundaries, whether it's a colleague, a friend, or even a family member. Instead of explaining yourself over and over, just say, "I don't tolerate this kind of behavior." This phrase forces people to immediately reconsider their actions because now they understand that you mean business. They can sense that you are serious, that you are firm in your stance, and that you will not allow them to manipulate or disrespect you any longer. The more consistently you use this phrase, the more people will recognize you as someone who sets clear limits, and they will respect you for it. By the way, I've got something very special for you. The Sigma's Black Book of Untouchable Power. It's an ebook that contains the forbidden secret knowledge that will turn you into the man others fear and respect. But this will be deleted soon. The elite don't want you to see this. So grab it in the description or pinned comment below. This is one of the most powerful tactics because it makes people want to prove themselves to you. When you use this phrase, you're subtly challenging their self-image, and most people will go out of their way to live up to your expectations. It taps into their ego, their sense of identity, and their desire to be seen as someone of value. Humans have an innate desire to be seen as competent and respectable. We all want to be viewed in a positive light, and we don't like the idea of disappointing those whose opinions we value. When you tell someone, "You're better than that," you're implying that they have higher potential, and now they feel obligated to prove you right. They don't want to let you down, which means they will often correct their behavior just to align with the image you've projected onto them. Example: let's say someone is about to do something reckless, like gossip about a friend. Instead of saying, "That's not nice," you say, "You're better than that." This forces them to reconsider their actions because now, choosing the wrong behavior means proving you wrong. No one wants to see themselves as weak, irresponsible, or lacking integrity, so they are more likely to correct their behavior. Now, imagine a friend is about to make a bad decision, maybe skipping an important opportunity, or settling for less in life. Instead of lecturing them, you simply say, "You're better than that." This phrase plants a seed in their mind. They will start rethinking their choices because they do not want to be seen as someone who settles for mediocrity. It's a gentle but powerful way to inspire change without confrontation. This phrase instantly shifts you from being a victim of circumstances to being in total control. Most people say things like, "I have to do this," or "I'm stuck doing that," which makes them sound powerless. These phrases make it seem like external forces are controlling their lives. But when you say, "I choose to," you create the impression that you're the one calling the shots. Example: instead of saying, "I have to work late," say, "I choose to work late because I'm building something bigger." This simple change in language shifts the perception of obligation to one of empowerment. It makes it clear that you are not a victim of circumstance, but rather a person who makes decisions with purpose. Instead of saying, I have to leave now, say, I choose to leave now because my time is valuable. This subtle shift makes you sound like a leader, not a follower. It tells people that you live life on your own terms, and that makes them respect you even more. If you found this powerful, don't just listen, use these words today. Watch how differently people react. And when you see the results, come back and let me know in the comments. And remember, words shape reality. Speak with power, and the world will listen. Now listen carefully. Dark mindset isn't just a channel. It's a movement that teaches you to become powerful. So subscribe now or stay weak forever. The choice is yours.
What if I told you that every time you watch porn and masturbate, you're not just wasting time, you're leaking your power, your confidence, your masculinity. You are unplugging yourself from the divine masculine blueprint God gave you. 1. The mental trap. Masturbation gives you nothing but a quick hit of dopamine. It trains your brain to chase false idols, pleasure without purpose. You reward yourself without earning anything. And the more you do it, the weaker you get. Your discipline fades, your focus vanishes. You lose your drive to conquer life, because you've already satisfied yourself like a slave to the flesh. You are no longer led by the spirit, but by the serpent of lust. This is the trap. The devil doesn't need to destroy you. He just needs you to keep touching yourself. 2. Masculine energy returns. But when you stop, when you retain that fire, your body begins to shift. Testosterone rises like a sleeping lion. Your voice deepens. Your frame tightens. You walk like a man who remembers who he is. You speak like you've got a mission from God. The world feels you, because you're no longer a man who gives in to every impulse. You're a man who controls himself. And that kind of man is dangerous, unpredictable, divine. 3. The real you emerges. You stop being the consumer and become the creator. You stop chasing women, and they start wondering about you. You stare people in the eye with calm fire. You dominate in the gym. You execute in business. You own the room when you speak. Why? Because you're no longer a slave to lust. You're no longer just a man. You're a man on assignment. You're driven by purpose, not pleasure. You're becoming who God designed you to be. 4. The spiritual and warrior connection. Every ancient warrior, every prophet, every king understood this. Your seed is sacred. Your energy is divine. They retained not out of repression, but for ascension, to sharpen the mind, to awaken the spirit, to unleash God-given authority. You think this is outdated? Then why do you feel empty after you release? Why do demons whisper in your ear after the screen goes black? You're not meant to be drained. You're meant to be charged. You're meant to carry the fire of heaven in your bones. But you trade it for 5 seconds of illusion? The challenge. Try 7 days, then 30. Watch your mind evolve. Watch your body harden like steel. Watch your spirit ignite. Porn is the pacifier of weak men. Masturbation is the leash. You were born to build kingdoms, not chase pixels. Stop escaping. Stop hiding behind a glowing screen. Become the man who doesn't need instant pleasure because he's too busy building eternal legacy. Discipline, power, mastery. It starts when you stop masturbating. This is your awakening. You've been lied to, softened, programmed to leak your power for nothing. But now, you know the truth. You are not a boy chasing fake pleasure. You are a king sharpening his sword. You are not meant to be drained. You are meant to burn with divine fire. Retain your power. Guard your seed. Focus your mind. This is not just nofap. This is war. Mental war, spiritual war, legacy war. 30 days, no porn, no release, no compromise. Build your body. Forge your discipline, conquer your mind, and watch how the world bows when you walk in purpose. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content? Then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. Women are distractors and manipulators. First look at our almighty King Solomon, who brought him down, is a woman. This was a man who spoke with God, whose wisdom surpassed all kings of the earth, yet he was weakened, seduced, and spiritually corrupted by foreign women. He built temples for false gods just to please them. If Solomon, God's chosen, can fall, who are you, O mortal man? Look at our Lord of all simp Samson, a man anointed with superhuman strength. He tore lions apart with his bare hands. Yet Delilah, a single woman with a honey tongue and a serpent heart, brought him to his knees, not with weapons, not with power, but with a lap and a lie. Delilah brought him down. Even Adam, made perfect in Eden, was knocked by Eve. She didn't even have makeup, fake lashes, or a BBL. Just a whisper, just a bite, and man fell from divine order into chaos. And you think you can handle it? Ask yourself, why the Creator himself don't allow any woman in his kingdom? Have you read the scriptures? Heaven is a dominion of order and hierarchy. Where are the female angels? Have you heard about the 4 archangels? Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael. Which one of them is a woman? None. Heaven is not a democracy. It's a monarchy of masculine structure. There's a reason for that. This is why your professors say, build wealth, stack your cash, focus on yourself. If you has kids, let them be your priority also. Don't throw your future away for a woman who offers you temporary comfort, but hides eternal distraction. If you are not yet married, congrats. You have time. Don't even think about marriage right now. Build yourself, forge your purpose, let your soul become iron and your vision like fire. You know how many legends has fallen because of these wannabe fake rich aunties? These Instagram-fueled, Jezebel-spirited, luxury-chasing, drama-feeding sirens? The moment you, as man, start making money and building yourself, that's when they appear, like vultures to a carcass. That's when these fake wannabe rich aunties will start chasing you with sweet words and seductive smiles. And the moment you give them a chance, that's your downfall, my brother. That's when your empire cracks. That's when you trade your throne for a leash. Invest in yourself first. Let your mind be unshakable, your path be divine, and your standards be ruthless. You are not just a man, you are a kingdom under construction. Don't let your crown fall for a kiss from a snake. Get the Sigma code book now. Because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content? Then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. Women can date anything and anybody as long as money is involved. That's why the shortest rich man is married to a very beautiful woman. That's why that 85-year-old billionaire is married to a 25-year-old damsel with a body carved like Genesis. Bro, this is not love. This is commerce. This is transaction. This is economics dressed in a wig and lashes. Women see love as regular jobs. If she's working in an office that pays her $100,000 a month, The day she meets another office offering $500,000, she will resign with a smile and jump into the $500,000 without looking back. No 2 weeks notice, no loyalty, just vibes and vibes with better pay. Only a very rare kind of woman truly loves you for who you are. Very rare, like rubies buried under centuries of sand. The rest? They see men as ATMs, breathing cash dispensers. They see relationships as an escape plan. Marriage is not a covenant anymore. It's an exit strategy from suffering. Open your spiritual eyes. Mystically, this is the Jezebel spirit operating through financial manipulation. Biblically, it is Delilah shaving Samson's hair, cutting off his strength while whispering, "I love you." Take a look at your current relationship right now. Be honest. She probably doesn't have a good paying job. She doesn't have a skill. Sometimes she's even a student with no clear vision. But somehow you, the builder, the warrior, the dreamer, fell in love with her. And in your mind, you think it's real love. No, king, it's not love. It's programming. She studied you. She calculated your earning potential like an investor eyeing crypto. There's a reason why that girl accepted to date you, and it's not far from money. Just pretend to be broke for 1 month, and that girl who used to be romantic and sweet like honey will become vinegar overnight. Pretend to be broke for 2 months, and the relationship will die a natural death, like a withered fig tree cursed by Jesus. No prayer can raise it. No apology can revive it. As a man who's grinding, struggling, rising like Joseph in Pharaoh's land, when your palace finally comes, choose wisely. Marry a woman who has also been building herself. A woman with vision. A woman with fire. A woman who can match your energy and multiply your legacy. If you marry the one who just wants to sit at home shaking waist on TikTok while you carry the whole kingdom on your back, bro, now your body go tell you. Even Adam, the first man, was given a helper, not a liability. There are still sweet, beautiful, God-fearing, money-making queens out there. The Proverbs 31 kind. Loyal, submissive, powerful in silence. Go for them. This is not hate. This is prophecy. This is masculine revelation. This is your red pill awakening. Get the Sigma code book now. Because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content? Then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. You are not a virgin. You have a high body count. You have no steady job or profitable business. You are high maintenance. You cannot have an intellectual conversation. More than 50% of your so-called beauty will disappear if rain falls on you. Yet, you have impossible standards and requirements for men to date you. You want a 6-figure man, 6 feet tall, with 6-pack abs, while you bring nothing to the table but entitlement, makeup, and an inflated sense of self-worth. A wise man should burn every bridge that connects him to you. You have 2 legs and 2 hands. Use your beauty as a strategy in a legit business, branding, and make money. Build something. Monetize your looks if you must. But build, don't beg. Prostitution starts when you think that you are too beautiful to work for your own money. Work for your own money. A man should be a plus in your life, not your escape plan. Stop calling femininity a job. Stop expecting men to fund your lifestyle like a father you never respected. If you can't cook, can't clean, can't think, can't build and can't grow, then you're not a partner, you're a burden. Being pretty is not a personality. A BBL is not ambition. A filter is not reality. Attention is not currency. Don't ask for a king when you're living like a peasant in designer shoes. Don't demand loyalty when your DMs are a community center. Don't expect love when you treat men like sponsors. This generation needs to hear this. Being desired is not the same as being valued. Being chased is not the same as being cherished. And being used is not the same as being chosen. It's time to wake up. You don't need validation. You need discipline. You don't need a man's wallet. You need your own mission. Men are not retirement plans. Build your empire or stay dependent. This is not hate. It's a reality check. Glow up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and then attract from a place of power. Because if all you have is beauty, time is your enemy. Get the Sigma code book now. Because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content. Then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. We need to leave the sentimental bullshit behind and talk about reality. That woman you call your wife or partner, she's not your family, not really. She's a temporary contract, an emotional lease, a legal roommate with benefits who can bounce the second her feelings shift. She's not bonded to your soul. She's bonded to your wallet and your utility. But your child? That's your blood, your legacy, your actual family. That's your living genetic code walking around in the flesh. That's immortality. And ladies, don't think this doesn't apply to you too. That man you think is your forever, he's not your family either. Just another player in the system. Your child is the only one who carries your undeniable biological proof of existence. Don't believe it? Try this. 1. Take a DNA test with your spouse, you'll share nothing. 2. Take one with your child, you'll match. That's your branch. That's your proof. Everything else? It's social fiction. A bedtime story for adults too scared to face the brutality of truth. Men keep getting seduced by this Disney tier fantasy, worshipping a woman who can legally rob them, emotionally gut them, and walk away with half their empire and full custody of their future. Why? Because society grooms men like cattle, tells them to be a good husband, love unconditionally, and put her first, while secretly laughing as he signs his rights, wealth, and sanity away. Here's the red pill reality. Marriage is not sacred. It's a state-sponsored business deal. It's a government-approved merger of assets, time, and obligations. There's nothing divine about it. It's regulated paperwork, dressed in flowers and lies. Let's break it all the way down. Your wife is replaceable. The divorce courts are filled with forever loves turned financial enemies. Your child is irreplaceable. That's your DNA. That's your heir. That's the only legacy that outlives your body. Women know this truth. That's why they panic when men have children beyond their control. It's not about morality. It's about resource management and power consolidation. They want your money concentrated on their offspring, your attention fixated on their narrative, your legacy hijacked and rewritten to exclude anything they didn't authorize. And when the mask slips, they scream betrayal, not because you cheated love, but because you split the supply chain. Watch closely. When a woman explodes over a man's other child, it's not heartbreak, it's economic panic. She's not crying for love. She's calculating loss of control over assets and emotional leverage. Let's make this crystal clear. If your woman demands you abandon your child, terminate the relationship immediately. If she dares to give you ultimatums between her and your legacy, She's showing you she's a rival, not a partner. If she tries to delete your bloodline from your life, you're not dealing with love, you're dealing with a predator in a dress. Smart men protect two things above all else. 1, their bloodline. 2, their wealth. Everything else, including women who swear eternal love, is negotiable and replaceable. And all my wives know this. Never come between me and my blood, not even a drop of it. The man in that video. He didn't tell her the truth because he knew she's not built to handle it. And this meltdown proves it. She would have emotionally lynched him, might have physically destroyed him. He kept silent to survive. He may have been dead by now. Get the Sigma code book now, because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment Sigma, and I will DM you the link to check out now. Like this content, then do the Sigma thing. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next wake-up call. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Iron sharpens iron, and smash that like button like a man who knows his worth. This is Brave Minds, where the truth hits harder than your ex's regrets. Until next time, stay sharp, stay sovereign, and never simp. Stay Putinized. 5 brutal questions you must ask her before you trust her. Trust isn't a gift. It's a calculated investment. And in today's modern wasteland of deception, hypergamy, and entitlement, men must vet women like a high-stakes business deal. If you don't, you'll be just another casualty in the dating war zone. Before you commit a single ounce of your time, energy, or resources to her, sit her down and unleash these 5 red pill hydrogen bomb questions. Her answers will either expose her or validate her. There is no in-between. Why are you not a virgin? Let's be real. If she's given herself away before you, it means another man already conquered her mind, body, and soul. Who was he? Why did she give it up? What was her price? Women don't just lose it. It's a choice. Did she do it for love? Or was it for attention, validation, or transactional reasons? Did she regret it later? Or does she wear her past like a badge of honor? A woman without sexual discipline is like a car without brakes. She's destined for a crash, and you'll be in the wreckage. Why did your ex leave you? The modern woman is never at fault. Just ask her. Every breakup, his fault. Every fight, he was toxic. Every issue, he was a narcissist. But here's the red pill truth. Men don't leave women they respect. So, why did he really leave? Did she cheat? Did she disrespect him? Did she play the "I don't need a man" game until he left and upgraded? A woman who plays the victim is the common denominator in her failed relationships. And if she can't own her mistakes, she'll make you the villain next. Don't be her next toxic ex. Why are you always asking me for money? A woman's hands move in 2 ways. Toward you or into your wallet. If she's constantly asking for help, gifts, or support, ask yourself, why is she struggling? Where does her money go? How did she survive before she met you? Would she still respect you if you stopped providing? The answer is simple. She sees you as a resource, not a man. And if she sees you as a provider first, guess what? There's another man out there she sees as the prize. That's the man she actually desires. If you're the one she drains for resources, congratulations, you're the backup plan. Why are you beautiful and still single? This is the nuclear bomb question that detonates every woman's deception. Attractive women are never alone by accident. She has options. So why has no man kept her? Does she sabotage relationships? Does she prioritize freedom over loyalty? Is she chasing Chad and Tyrone while keeping you as the safety net? If no high-value man has locked her down, there's a reason. And that reason is almost always a red flag. Don't ignore it. 5. Who taught you how to have sex before me? Brace yourself, because this is the final hydrogen bomb. No woman just wakes up knowing how to do things in bed. She learned it somewhere. The real question is, who was her teacher? A loving, stable partner? A string of one-night stands? A sugar daddy? A toxic ex she keeps comparing every man to? A woman who's been around loses her ability to bond. A woman who has too much experience isn't relationship material. She's entertainment. A woman with a wild past will always have one foot in the streets. If her past makes you uncomfortable, trust your gut. The truth is, most men settle for women with experience because society has conditioned them to. But red pill men understand the reality. Her past predicts her future. Final warning: never trust blindly. Women lie with a smile. They deceive with tears. They manipulate with words. But these 5 questions cut through the facade. If she stutters, dodges, or flips the question back on you, she's hiding something. The modern dating game is a battlefield. You are the prize. You are the investment. You are the king. Stop putting your trust in women who haven't earned it. Vet her. Test her. And if she fails, walk away like a goddamn warrior. Because the strongest men aren't the ones women choose. They're the ones who choose wisely. Subscribe to Brave Minds now on YouTube. Because if you don't, women will continue to play you, single mothers will continue to drain you, and your life will be nothing but a never-ending clown show. Every day you're not subscribed, you're a step clown in training. So, hit that subscribe button, or keep getting finessed, stepped on, and used like a disposable ATM. Brave Minds is the cure. Weak men will perish. The choice is yours. Stay Putinized. Some women don't break your heart. They train you to break it yourself. And the worst part, you won't even know it's happening until it's too late. You think you're in love, but you're actually being controlled, manipulated, played. Let's talk about the 5 shocking ways women do it, and how to see it. Way before it wrecks you, in this video I'm going to break down the 5 psychological tactics women use to manipulate and control men. Some obvious, some sneaky. I'll show you exactly how it plays out in real life, how to spot it early, and most importantly, how to stop it from happening. Let's dive in. Number 1. Guilt, tripping you into submission. So guilt is one of the most powerful weapons in manipulation. And when a woman knows how to wield it, she doesn't need to yell, threaten, or even ask. She just needs to make you feel bad. I'll paint a picture for you. Say you can't make it to dinner. You know, work dragged for a while. You're tired. You just want one evening to yourself. She goes quiet and then hits you with, "It's okay. I just thought you'd make time for me if I really mattered." Boom. Right there on the chest. Now, you're texting back, apologizing, scrambling to rearrange your schedule. Not because you want to, but because she's made you feel like saying no equals you not loving her enough. It's emotional blackmail, dressed up as vulnerability, and once it works once, it will never stop. She'll start using guilt to keep you from friends, get you to spend money you didn't plan to, make you feel responsible for her moods, and slowly rewire you to believe that putting yourself first is actually selfish. The twisted part is, it feels like you're doing the right thing, because it doesn't actually come across as manipulation. It comes across as love that's disappointed, and that's what makes it so dangerous. You ready for a story? Look, I knew a guy who stopped playing soccer on Sundays after dating this girl he had just met for 2 months. Why? Because every time he left, she'd say, "Well, I just hate how happy you seem to be without me. How I wish you made me feel that way. Sounds sweet, right? But it's not. It's manipulation, with a bow on top. Let me ask you, have you ever caught yourself doing something just to avoid the silent treatment or guilt trip? Drop 100 in the comments if this is hitting close to home. And look, there's a difference between your partner expressing a genuine feeling, right? And them strategically using your empathy against you. One creates connection. The other creates control. So how do you break free? Start recognizing when decisions are made from guilt instead of logic. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I want to? Or is it because I'm afraid of how she'll react if I don't? Because if her disappointment far outweighs your boundaries, you're not in a partnership. You're actually in an emotional cage. Let's be honest, sex is powerful, but in the wrong hands it becomes a weapon. And some women use it to train you like a little puppy. Sit, stay, roll over, and maybe you'll get a little affection if you behave well enough. This type of manipulation is subtle. At first, in the beginning the chemistry is wild. She can't keep her hands off you, but then suddenly she starts rationing it. You argue, she goes cold. You don't do something her way. She's just not in the mood anymore. She wants something from you though, and she turns it on hard. This isn't about attraction anymore. It's about control through intimacy. See? Let me explain. Okay, at this point, she starts treating physical affection like a transaction, not a shared connection, but a currency. You're no longer having sex because you both want to. You're doing it because you think, well, if I don't, she'll get upset. Or worse, if I do, maybe she'll finally stop being distant. See how twisted that gets? She's dangling connection like bait. And you're jumping through hoops to earn something that, well, basically should be mutual. Now let's be clear. There's nothing wrong with a partner needing emotional safety, to feel physically connected. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that's human, right? But when it becomes a punishment and reward system, you're not in a relationship, but rather an emotional captivity. Because over time, here's what happens. You'll stop speaking your mind because you don't want her to be upset and lose that connection. You'll start buying things, bending over backwards, and constantly trying to earn her touch. You become anxious, reactive, dependent, and she knows it. She knows the power that she holds, and the moment she sees you adjusting your behavior just to get that affection, well, she's got you on a leash. Want to break that cycle, however? Then it means you have to take sex and affection off the pedestal, stop treating it like a prize, and start asking if the emotional dynamic between you two is healthy. Because if intimacy only shows up when you're obedient, you're not being loved, you're being controlled. Number 3, gaslighting you into questioning reality. Now this is one of the most dangerous manipulation tactics, because it doesn't just mess with your emotions. It rewires your brain. You stop trusting yourself and start trusting her version of reality, and that's gaslighting. Let's start with the basics, okay? Gaslighting is psychological warfare. It's when someone makes you doubt what you saw, what you heard, and what you felt. And women who use this tactic, they don't actually come out swinging. No. They come in soft, smiling, calm, calculated. Let's say you catch her texting her ex, and you bring it up. Oh, wow. So now I can't even have friends. You're so insecure. It's exhausting. Boom, you just got flipped. Now you're the problem. You're the jealous one. And suddenly you're apologizing for bringing it up, even though your instincts were dead on. That's how it starts. But it doesn't stop there. Every time you bring up some kind of boundary or concern or a red flag, she'll flip it, dismiss it, and make you feel dramatic and overly sensitive. Crazy. Even eventually, You'll stop bringing things up altogether. You'll start saying things like, well, maybe I'm too sensitive. Maybe I misunderstand. Maybe I'm just overthinking. No, you're not. You're being gaslit. Gaslighting is powerful because it isolates you from your intuition, your emotions, and your truth. And then when a woman uses this tactic repeatedly, she slowly becomes the one source of truth in the relationship. And that's not love. That's mind control. So how can you break free? You need to start by writing down what you feel, what you saw, and what you experienced before you bring the issue up to her. That way, when she starts twisting the story, you have your evidence on your own, right? Ask yourself, if my best friend told me the same story, would I think he's crazy, or would I think he's being played? Because when a woman's words constantly make you doubt your gut, she's not resolving conflict. She's erasing it. And listen, if any of this sounds familiar, it's time to stop doubting yourself and start rebuilding that inner strength that you have. And that's why I created the 30 Days to Confidence Challenge. It's a digital course for men just like you, who are done with being played and ready to take their power back. It's 30 days of small daily actions and tutorials that will rewire how you see yourself. So no one, and I mean no one, can ever manipulate you again. You'll learn how to speak up, stand firm, and walk into any room like the man who knows his worth. So if you're ready to stop being controlled and start leading, well, click the link in the description of this video and join hundreds of men who've already signed up for that challenge today. Let's jump back into the list of things, because the next one might be the most dangerous of all. If you've ever felt like you're being set up in a relationship, most likely you are. Some women don't ask questions to get answers. They ask to test your loyalty to their ego. Now, this is the manipulation most men don't even see coming, because it doesn't look aggressive. It looks playful and innocent and even cute, right? But make no mistake, when a woman starts testing you instead of communicating with you, she's not looking for love. She's looking for control. Let's talk about the classic one-liner. Do whatever you want right now. You could take that at face value, but if you do, she'll label you emotionally clueless, because that phrase is never permission. It's actually a trap. You go out with your boys like you originally planned. Now she's mad, passive-aggressive, cold. You failed the test. You stay home and she's fine. Again, warm, happy you passed. But ask yourself this question past. What exactly? You weren't rewarded for being thoughtful. You are rewarded for being obedient. She didn't communicate her needs. She wanted you to guess them, to prove how well trained you are. Right? I go into details about this whole do whatever you want thing in this video. I'll leave right here. Watch it after this one. But I'll leave a link to that video in this video's description. Number 5. Isolating you from your power. When a woman wants to control you, the first thing she does is separate you from everything that makes you strong. Because the weaker you are, and the weaker you feel, the easier you are to mold. I'll break this down. This tactic doesn't come with warning signs. It starts soft, subtle, wrapped in concern or care. She doesn't demand that you stop spending time with your boys. She just says, well, I don't like how you act when you're around them. Right. She doesn't forbid you from chasing your goals. She just says, well, you're always too busy. Right? I wish I felt more important. And slowly, piece by piece, she cuts you off from your power sources, your friends who keep you grounded, your hobbies that give you confidence, your family that holds you accountable, your routine that keeps you stable. Listen, I coached a guy once who was climbing the ladder fast in his career until he dated this girl who constantly made him feel guilty for working late. At first, she framed it as, well, I just miss you. Then it turned into, well, it seems like your work always comes first. And then it became, maybe I'm just not enough for you. And guess what? He started saying no to all these other things that made him complete, all in an effort to keep her happy. But it didn't make her love him more. You know what it did? It made her lose respect for him. Because the brutal truth is, the more you abandon yourself to please her, the less attractive you become to her. Okay. And that's why isolation is so effective and so dangerous. Because it doesn't just steal your time or energy, it rewires your identity. You look in the mirror one day and realize, I don't even recognize myself anymore. Let me be crystal clear. A healthy woman will support your growth. She wants you to be strong, connected, fulfilled, and mission-driven. A manipulative woman only supports what keeps you close, quiet, and convenient. And once she has you isolated, it's game over, because now you don't have that mental strength to question her or the external support to walk away. So what's the move? Reclaim your schedule. Rebuild your circle. Return to the things that made you powerful before she showed up. Because any woman who's actually intimidated by your independence was never interested in building with you, right? She was only interested in owning you, probably having your name, hard-hitting truth, but fire nonetheless. Here's the truth, guys. Not all women do this. Okay. But the ones who do are dangerous, because it's not always done necessarily out of malice. Sometimes it's instinct. Sometimes it's unhealed trauma. But if you don't know the game, you're going to get played every single time. Don't let guilt replace logic. Don't trade your boundaries for her approval. And above all, don't confuse manipulation for love. Watch this next. The major red flag you should never ignore in a woman. It breaks down the single behavior that usually shows up before manipulation starts. I hope you get some nuggets out of it as you've done with this video. If you enjoy the video, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on all notifications. I'll see you later with more no BS relationship advice. Cheers. Get the Sigma Codebook now, because while others chase, you build. While others beg, you conquer. While others simp, you rule. Become the man you were born to be. Comment. Sigma and I will DM you the link to check out now. Stay Putinized.